Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ramcast podcast. I have some exciting things to share with you today. The first of them being about my mom's cancer. Let's just cut to the chase. We're not going to put this at the end of the video. We're going to put it at the very beginning. So I recently mentioned how my mom is going through stage 4 lung cancer. And at that time, we don't really know what's going to happen. We still don't really know all that's going to happen. But I do have some positive news. The chemo treatments that she is getting do seem to be attacking the cancer and do seem to be shrinking the cancer. So that's the good news. If it was not doing that, it could get very serious very fast. So yeah, we're really thankful for that. The cancer has also spread to her hip and more specifically like her bone. But as far as we know, I think it's mostly just in the lung at this point. She was already going through stage 2 cancer before, and of course we thought it was gone, and they said no, it's stage 4, it's in the lungs, and so we just appreciate prayers for that. I'll put a link down below to a video explaining kind of everything going on with her cancer. That will be in the description below, as well as the card above. The other thing I really want to talk to you guys about is an opportunity that I had. So recently there was friends of mine, their family graciously provided to go visit a college, and that is Maranatha Baptist University. Now, they have always been a college that I've been considering to go to. And, for those reasons, I get on campus and I'm just kind of like, watching everything, watching how people act. I got to go to a few classes. I got to go see kind of the culture in the dorms, and really just was amazed by the very Christ-like atmosphere at Maranatha Baptist University. And I'm still somewhat young, although I am a senior, but I still have some time before I have to make the decision of where I want to go for college. And I guess I could say Maranatha really made a good case, and so they're definitely one I'm 100% keeping an eye on for sure. But yeah, really thankful for that opportunity to go down there. It's really exciting for me. I do want to kind of explain to you guys that I'm probably not going to be able to post as much. You're getting older, you have tests and stuff. There's a lot of things going on. And so really, the time that I've had to work on Ram Productions has been very minimal. And so for those reasons, I haven't been able to make as much content. However, this is actually not super surprising, because about a month ago, I remember being kind of convicted that, what, Lord, I'm really thankful for this ministry that I get to use here on Ram Productions. But I want to serve people in the real world, if you want to put it that way, not just digitally. And so God has opened up doors. I'm going to get to preach a message to the youth group that I go to very, very soon on a Wednesday night. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's over Ephesians 2, focusing on how we are saved by grace through faith, not a result of works, with those emphases. And so I've been working with a pastor that I interviewed. I'll put the link down below for that as well. Pastor Todd Curtis. I've been working with him on this preparation. I had an opportunity to lead a Bible study recently. There's just been a lot of good opportunities. There's fellow teens that I'm with in school who also wanted to go into ministry, and so we have that common bond. So really, there's a lot of exciting things happening in my life right now. It's been a very busy season. It will continue to be a very busy season. But I just wanted to make this video just kind of sharing what was going on in my life, and just hope I can, be a blessing to you guys in that way. Before I go in this very, very short podcast, I would like to share something that I've been reading in my personal devotions. I've been looking at James chapter 1, and specifically starting in verse 12, it says that blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Verse 13, let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one. verse 14, but each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire, verse 15, then desire, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death. And I really love what it says there at the end, how God does not tempt us. We are lured by our own sinful desire, by our sin nature. When we're saved, we're free from the dominion of sin, the power of sin. We can choose in God's strength to resist sin, but we still have that fallen nature inside of us, and so we'll never live a perfect day here on this earth. But it says that this sinful desire, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin. And when sin eventually becomes death. And so, obviously, again, we're forgiven eternally, but we're no longer bound to that sin. And so it's been a convicting reminder for me, trying to keep my mind on God, focus on God in the midst of everything. I obviously do not do it perfectly. I fail a lot. But by God's grace, we can keep moving forward. And that's what's so great about being a believer. There was a comment on the last video I made about my mom's cancer. There's a comment saying, how can you believe in God when your mom has cancer? Like, you're trusting in this God, but clearly life's not going well for you. And it's saddening, because a lot of times, from an outsider's perspective, it's like it's God's fault that this is going on. But what they don't understand is it's our fault. We chose to resist God. God created a perfect world and we ruined it. We ruined it because we chose to lean on our own understanding. We chose, going back to Adam and Eve in the garden, they ate the fruit that God told them not to eat. They trusted the serpent rather than the God that created them. And then every human that's ever lived after that has that sin nature. But that's what's so great, because Jesus died on the cross. He restored that fellowship between us and God the Father. And now when we put our faith in Jesus Christ alone for our eternal salvation, that relationship is restored. And that's what's so great about the Christian walk. It's not about a bunch of rules and regulations. It's about grace. We're going to fail, but we're grace energized. When we fail, we look back to the cross. We know, you know what? Jesus, He paid for my sin. I confess my sin. He is faithful and just to forgive us our sin. And then I'm going to move forward and I'm going to love others because of God's grace. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you because it's been something that I've been learning recently. I hope this video was a blessing to you. Again, I'm going to put a link down below if you want to know more about my mom's cancer, as well as the interview I did with Pastor Curtis. All right, you all have a great rest of your day. All the glory to God. Thanks for listening. We hope this podcast was a blessing to you. If so, please leave a comment down below. To support us, please subscribe or follow, depending on what platform you're listening to us on.